Outside, Bobby's son appears to be an adorable, charming, sweet little boy, but he's not.
Most of my son's behavior I would try to put on the back burner, sweep under the rug, just because I didn't want to believe that there was a bigger problem.
Bobby's son is dangerous. On Christmas Day of 2017, Bobby's son tried pushing me into the oven twice. After the first time, I told him that it could burn me very badly. He looked at me and said, "I know," and he smiled, and he did it again. He's actually planning on how he can hurt me or even kill me. I think Bobby's son could be the next school shooter.
I am very worried about what my son could do to Krista and the rest of my family.
My daily life is walking on eggshells. We never know what's gonna happen. I live in constant fear.
I felt for the longest time Krista was just trying to make something wrong with my son.
When Bobby's son was 4 years old, he lit the bathroom trash can on fire, which caused the bathroom to catch on fire. When Bobby's son was 5, he tried to suffocate the neighbor's 2-year-old son. When he was 7, he tried to drown my daughter.
I took my son to the emergency room to have an emergency psych evaluation. While my son was in the hospital, Krista found a knife stashed into his mattress.
And this is where I found the knife. He has cut a hole inside of it and it was shoved down the side.
We decided I can't bring him back into the house.
I don't know what to do. Bobby's son is putting a huge strain on all of our lives. I love Bobby, and he's the man that I want for my children. But everyone in my life is telling me to run as fast as I can.
Yeah, well, you need to understand that when you're looking at behavior, that it is just a manifestation of all types of motivations and causation. So it is important to pay attention to behavior, but you always need to ask yourself why this behavior is occurring. People don't do things without a reason. And the reason may be something obvious, it may be in reaction to some stimulus, but you also have to ask yourself, is there something unseen here? And what I've said, if your child is acting in a really atypical fashion, you have to look at different systems. You have to look at their brain, look at the neurological system, then you have to look at biochemistry, and then you have to look at environmental and psychological. All of these things have to be looked at. And if you're not considering those systems, you could be overlooking a major piece to the puzzle. So sit down and ask yourself, what do I know about my child's brain? What do I know about their chemistries? What environment have they been through leading up to this problem? And what are the psychological dynamics that could be driving this behavior? If you can't answer those 4 questions, don't start throwing pills at them and don't start sticking them in front of some therapist asking them to fix your problem. You need answers before you start pulling the trigger.